What's up, y'all? It's your girl Kiara, and I am back with another video, and this will be yet another movie review. Yes, I do have on the same shirt. It's the same day. Okay, so we're gonna do a movie review. I don't know why my tongue be ready to just jump out of my mouth when I say movie review. This is going to be about another movie that I watched not too long ago, and it is The Boogeyman. Before I get started, spoiler. I'm getting so much better at giving y'all a warning at the beginning. So this is a spoiler. I'm gonna spoil the whole thing. But like I was saying, Boogeyman, it kind of piqued my interest because one, it's a horror movie. If y'all haven't noticed by now, I love scary horror, suspense, whodunit movies. Like, I love those. Unfortunately, I have to watch them with either my mom or by myself, or with somebody who is willing to watch it with me because my boyfriend does not do scary movies. Whatever. So yeah, I watched The Boogeyman recently, and it was not, I'm gonna explain to y'all why I couldn't enjoy it the way I wanted to enjoy it. One was because there were two groups of teenagers who came in there to watch a movie. One was up behind me on my right, and then the other was behind me on my left. But the one on my left, they were closer, so I could hear them better, and they were giggly. Oh, and every time something scary popped up, oh my god, did y'all see that? And I almost got into an altercation. Didn't want to, but if I had to, I wasn't gonna do shit to them. I wasn't gonna do nothing with them kids. But like, you came to a movie to watch the movie. If you wanted to talk, you should have rented it and watched it at your house. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, but we finna get into it. I'm finna tell y'all what I do remember when them kids weren't being all loud. So before we get into it, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, all that, because I know y'all want to support your girl. And without further ado, let's get into this movie review. So it is a cold open with a baby in a crib. She is asleep, and then I don't know where the door, I think the closet door or the room door flies open, and the baby, she jumps up and she just starts crying, wailing. And there, I'm guessing that's the dad's voice, but it's like distorted. Like, you can tell it's not his authentic voice. Like, something is mimicking his voice. And he was like, shh, baby, da da da. And then you see like this creepy, like, amphibian like hand come over the crib, and then quiet baby. That made my jaw drop in the first 3 minutes of the movie. I'm like that's how it happened. And then it flashes forward to a man doing, I guess he's a therapist. He was doing a session with a client, and you know, when you have faithful clients, they start knowing stuff about you as well. So his clients asked about his kids, and he was like, yeah, they're going back to school next week. It has been a month, so then they need to go ahead and go back. And then after I watched the reviews from other people, because I couldn't listen because them kids was being all loud, I found out that his wife and the mother of his children, she died in a car accident. And the kids have not been in school for a month due to grieving and all that stuff. So the therapist, you could really see from the beginning, like, he didn't really want to talk about it. He felt like if you didn't talk about it, it wouldn't hurt, I guess. And that's the whole theme of the movie, is that people are not talking about what's happening. So if you don't talk about it, it's just gonna fester, and it's gonna grow, and it's gonna, you know, become worse if you don't talk about it. So the guy was leaving. He was finna close down for the day, because I guess he had another client some hours after, And then this guy just barges in his office. He was like, hey, I'm not taking clients right now. And then the guy, he basically threatened the therapist, like, if you don't talk to me right now, there's no telling what I'm gonna do. Like, why would you do that? Like, I'm trying to take a break. I'm trying to take a break, and you disrupted me. You could have went to any other therapist, but you came to me. But that's just how I felt like. Cause that's kind of like when you trying to break up with somebody and they were like, if you don't stay with me, I'm gonna off myself. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Anyway, the guy, he comes in, his name is Lester, and you can tell he has not slept. He is paranoid. He's this, he's that. He sees that, what's the daddy's name? Will. He's the daddy of the movie. Will's closet door is open. Mind y'all, his therapy office is in his house. That was mistake number one. What is you doing? Why are you a therapist and you got strangers coming to your house? And you got kids. You got kids and you got your office in your house. No. Anyway, Lester says, hey, can you close that door? He's like, cool. Will gets Lester to sign this information form. I guess it's like a form where if you're a new patient, you got to fill this out. Makes sense, right? So he's doing all this, doing all that, and he didn't even finish filling it out because Will and Lester start talking, and basically Will was like, why are you here? He was like, I can't go to the police because something. No, yeah, I can't go to the police because I can't remember. He said I don't have a lawyer because I don't something about that. Basically, the therapist was the closest he could get without, getting arrested or something. I don't know. So basically, Lester was talking about how people don't believe him that he didn't kill his kids. He had three kids. One died of SIDS, and the other two died of unknown causes, which they're hinting at the boogeyman killed them because the first child, when the child died of SIDS, the whole family was vulnerable. They were grieving. They were susceptible to whatever was coming in their life, and it kind of reminded me of, I can't remember that movie where the monster feeds on grief. It feeds on weakness before it actually attacks you and consumes your soul. And I can't remember it. I'm probably gonna look it up after I get off of here and put it on the screen somewhere, but it reminded me of a movie like that where the monster gets you. It wasn't a monster, it was an entity. Hereditary, where the monster or the devil or whatever, I forgot what his name was. It was paganism or something like that. Anyway, it waits till you're weak until it gets in your body. That's what the boogeyman reminded me of. And so people was thinking people thought he killed his kids because he kept ignoring them when his children kept saying, like, the boogeyman, the boogeyman, the boogeyman. And he was like, no, they're just kids. They have to deal with it. And then their children end up mysteriously dying. So he basically let that energy into the house. The daughter comes home. Her name is Sadie, played by Sophie Thatcher. And she comes home after, I think, her first day of school. Yeah, her first day of school. After the month they've been gone, she gets pushed into a locker and some stuff gets on her mom's dress. She got to go home and wash it. So the daughter, she goes home and she hears like banging in her mom's old art what's it called? Art studio, because their mom painted. And she heard a lot of banging going on in the closet. She goes in the closet and sees the man hanging behind the closet. I don't know why he left. I guess he was looking for the boogeyman. Or the boogeyman was luring him. So after that happens, they start seeing stuff. It first started with the little girl because I'm guessing she was more affected than she thought she was. So she started seeing the boogeyman. She slept with all these lights in her room, all this and that. She looks up under her bed and the boogeyman is there. And yeah, the boogeyman right now is just playing with them. They're just playing with them. Like later on in the movie, the mom of the 3 kids that got killed, she was like, he likes to play with his food, or it likes to play with his food before he eats it. That's crazy. So, long story short, I'm gonna try to make this real short. The daddy just never believes the kids the whole movie. First, it was Sawyer, the baby girl. The baby girl was the first to see it. Sadie did not believe her. Like, oh, it's just in your imagination. You're just seeing stuff. And then Sadie starts seeing it, and then she tells her dad. The dad doesn't believe, and it's a full circle thing. Like, believe me, dude. Like, that whole movie is about when you're not taking accountability, and when you're not talking about it, when you're not believing anybody. That's when stuff starts happening. When you don't believe your kids, when they're saying what they're saying, believe your kids. Believe your kids. Stop doing that. Stop making them sound like they crazy. Oh, it's just their imagination. Oh, they're going through it. No, believe your kids. For you don't have none. Anyway, Sadie, she finds the address of Lester, the guy who brought the entity into the house. And his wife is there. Even though the house looked run down, she was like, what are you doing here? Like, all that. And she was like, I just want to know what's going on with my sister, or something's happening. Because what made Sadie want to go was when Sawyer was on the couch watching TV, and the monster, the boogeyman, crawls up behind the couch and like picks her up and slings her and just start dragging her up on the ceiling like she ain't nothing, and then ends up throwing her into a TV and she had to be hospitalized. That's what made them start believing. And then the wife lures Sadie back to her house. She's like, I need you to lure this monster because you're what it wants right now. So the monster comes in. He triggers the tripwire that the wife had set up, and he get riddled with bullets, but he ain't die. So the mom shot the monster a couple more times to make sure it was dead. I'm like, oh, look at you, double tapping. Oh, we love it. And she gets close enough, and the monster jumps up and basically rips her in half. And Sadie escapes. She runs out the house before the monster could get her, and she calls her dad. No, I think the dad calls her. And he was like, where are you? I've been looking for you while you're not home. We're back at the house. And she was like, don't go in there. The boogeyman's in there. And then the boogeyman grabs him and drags him down into a basement where he got him tied. Sawyer, the little girl, she's smart. She got some Christmas lights and wrapped them around her because the boogeyman ain't finna get her again. She ain't going for it. Sawyer's not going for it. So she got herself wrapped in these Christmas lights, which is so cute. And then they go down into the basement, and Sawyer was like, don't leave me. But Sawyer said, I ain't staying in that closet. I don't care how many lights I got. I'm not staying in that closet. So they go down into the basement. They see their dad. He's banged up, all that. Oh, and the wife's name was Rita. I don't think that really matters. Then there was a side story where Sadie's friends was some ass-on bitches. Her best friend wasn't even her best friend for real, because I guess in that month that Sadie was not in school, she done found her friend done found her some new friends, and now she just anyway, back to the basement. They go in the basement. They see like the walls are like look like spider webs all over the place, and you see the boogeyman in the corner. Basically, the boogeyman looked like a spider with skin on it. Like, it looked nasty. I'm gonna try to find a picture and put it somewhere, but the boogeyman looked ugly as hell. I know. So they end up basically fighting off the boogeyman, the little climax or whatever. They find the lighter that their mom left, and it was proof that her spirit was there, and blah 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 blah. They got some spray, I guess, like something that they use like a flamethrower. They put the lighter and they and did like that. And then the monster was backing off because of the light. Sawyer got some gas or some chemicals or some paint thinner or whatever it was and threw it on the monster, and Sadie set the monster on fire, and we thought the monster was dead because it shriveled up into nothingness. And then the house got caught on fire because the fire had caught the spider webs, and it went all up the house, and they had to drag their dad out on a broken leg out of the house. Which kind of confused me because that daddy broke that leg was broke when I heard that crunch. That means it's broke. So how come a week later you in the therapy office and you walking just fine? I was looking for the cane. I was looking for the cane, the walker, the crutch or something to help this man walk. But he walking with no cane, no help, no nothing. I'm like, what kind of bones that man got? But that's neither here nor there. They finally got some therapy. They finally wanted to start talking about what happened, and it kind of helped them grow closer as a family because, like I said in the beginning, they didn't want to talk about what happened to their mom at all. Like, nobody wanted to talk. Nobody wanted to talk about it. The dad, he was probably still in denial for all we know. And so when they leave the therapy session, Sadie hears the therapist call her back in there so they can talk. But she go in her office and the therapist's not in there. And she sees the closet is cracked. So she was hesitant about grabbing it. And then she looks around the therapist like, is there something you need help with? Because, like, why you still in my office? And Sadie closed the door because she was like, oh, he almost got me. He almost got me. And the movie ends. And I'm guessing that little last part was that the monster, the boogeyman is still there, even though you saw him burn and turn into ash, but I don't know. That movie was kind of okay, but I was like, oh, so, like, I don't know. It would have been better if them kids weren't so loud in that movie theater. It'll be someone unsubscribed to my channel already. Like, why y'all so loud? Because I almost got into an altercation. I almost had to be a part of an altercation because they was being so loud. Like, why do you come to the movies to talk? I understand you paid your money, but if you wanted to pay your money to talk, you should have rented that shit and watched it at your house and talked all you wanted to in your living room. Why would you come to a movie and disturb other people? It was like 16 to 20 of us in the theater. Why would you make so much noise? And then they almost tried to get into it because it wasn't just me. It was another family. It was like, if y'all wanted to talk, why y'all didn't go out in the hallway and talk? Talk in the hallway. If y'all wasn't watching this movie, go out in the hallway and talk out there. Like, we paid our money to watch a movie. We didn't pay our money to listen to y'all and hear y'all stuff. But yeah, that was the end of the Boogeyman. I probably will never watch it again because I'm probably not even going to remember it a week from now. But if y'all liked it, if y'all still want to watch it, if y'all already watched it and y'all agree with me, or if my review was better than you thought it would be, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, all that, because I know y'all want to support your girl. And just to see how many people stayed to the end of the video, put a score in the comment section to see. I want to see how who I made it to the end. Put a skull in the comments, and that'll let me know who really ride for your girl. But with that being said, I think I said this again, but I'm gonna say it again. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, all that, cause I know y'all wanna support your girl. And like I always say, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye guys.